Thanks for coming out tonight, guys. Stanford came out and played a great game. They had a great game plan against us defensively. They made shots. We did not execute what we worked on. We have to be better at that. I have to be better at demanding the execution, but give Stanford a lot of credit. They played great defense, and they rose up and made shots.
So, Mark, how did it feel overall coaching here, knowing that you used to play on this court?
Yeah. I have a lot of blood, sweat, and tears here on this court. Spent 4 years here. I love my time here, and that was a great chapter of life. And now my entire focus and all of my energy is dedicated to building Cal basketball back up to what it's been in the past and what it can be in the future, which is greatness.
Can you just say a little bit about what you think happened with the season and now that the season is over and what you're getting into the Pac-12 tournament?
Well, the season as a whole, we started off with a lot of turmoil. We had a lot of people coming in and out of the roster, players getting hurt, a couple of eligibility issues. I was really proud of our group because they were so resilient during that time with all the uncertainty, with all the change. Different players were asked to play different positions, but there was definitely a time of huge transition during that time. Some games that we were right there, didn't go our way. And then we got to conference, and we put together a couple of really good stretches in conference where, we had so many players step up. We had players really making plays in key situations, and the defense got much better after kind of a tough spell early on. And so I'm incredibly proud of our group of young men. Obviously not the result we wanted tonight. We'll break down the film. We'll figure out what went wrong, and we'll correct it going into Las Vegas. But very, very proud of this group.
What's the difference in the team? We saw 2 weeks ago sweep the Oregon schools. In the last 3 games, you guys haven't played nearly as well as you did in those 2 games. What's going wrong?
Yeah. No, I think it's obviously each game is something different. Each game is something different. Colorado, if we shore up the transition defense, it's a 2-possession game late, in their home. We didn't do that, so it's a 4 or 5 possession game. Utah, we got blitzed physically from the start. We got shoved underneath the basket, and they killed us on the glass. Tonight we let their shooters get loose, and then we had a bad, very, very poor start to the second half. And then it becomes a, 16 to 22 point game, and we're just, going uphill the entire second half. And so it's been something different the last 2 games. Colorado, we fought. We were a little bit stuck in mud, but we fought, we executed. We couldn't quite get over the hump these last 2 games. Again, Utah, we got physically manhandled, and tonight we could not contain their shooters.
For sure, as a player, you've been a part of a lot of games where Stanford's made big runs. I mean, how tough is it to be on the losing end this time?
Anytime you lose, it's going to be tough. Obviously it was a senior night. These guys were motivated. You had Spencer coming back from injury, and he was locked in from the start. Spencer Jones was completely locked in. He looked, the focus that you could see out there from him was high level, and we did not have that focus tonight. And that's my job to figure out why.
Bench production wasn't where you wanted it to be. Just what needs to change to improve kind of the bench kind of aspect of scoring and getting more guys going besides just a couple guys?
Yeah, no, ball movement. Ball movement needs to get better. That will help creating open looks for one another. I felt like we adjusted a little bit of our 5 out in the second half to go against some of the switching they were doing. But, more ball movement, more off-ball movement, and then the guys, we got to step in and be locked in and play harder.
More an awkward question, but I'll ask it anyway.
Yeah.
You're not oblivious to what's going on in the conference here and whatever.
Yeah.
You kind of know that Jared Hass is under some pressure. What's your relationship with him? How do you look at it as a Stanford alum? What's going on with the Stanford program?
Yeah, when you're part of the coaching fraternity, it's you are competitive against each other, but then there's also the personal relationship side. I thought Stanford came out tonight and looked phenomenal. They blitzed us. They got us back on our heels, and they won this game, and they deserve the credit. They deserve all the credit because they went right at us from the start, and we did not respond the way we should.
Well, Mark, are you looking at this as a clean slate when you go down to Vegas is that you get on a good run, all that happened during the season could be, eliminated, and you get into the tournament because you had a great run in Las Vegas.
Yeah. The thought I've had tonight is something that I was part of here. I'm not sure if it was my sophomore. I'm not sure which year it was, but Arizona came out here to Cal and Stanford. Cal beat them, and we beat them. And they ended the season with 2 tough road losses. And then they went on to win the national championship. And so, if anything, this loss tonight is going to make us hungrier. It's going to make us hungrier. It's going to make us more competitive. It's going to hopefully light a fire under all of us that we can build momentum going into Vegas and do something special in Vegas.
Thanks.
Yeah, thanks, guys.